Good morning, Twitch. So let me get my tweets off quick. I'm going to be streaming some game development stuff right now. And actually mute my Twitch stream. That's always a good idea. Okay, so it looks like I'm all posted. Close that stuff down. And we'll be good to go here. Okay, so what I'm going to be working on today is some game development effort around our offensive support cards for Defense Grid, the board game. These are the cards that you use to improve the capabilities of a tower before either yourself or one of your allies helps to power the card or power the tower. One of the problems we have right now is we decided that our level 2 abilities were actually stronger than our level 3 abilities. So this meant that there was really not much value in upgrading to level 3 compared to level 2. So we need to swap where those are going on the cards. So one of the big things I do is I utilize a combination of InDesign and OneDrive in order to do my development. So if I come in here and we just kind of look, I've got all of our InDesign files that we use to generate all of our various cards. So I'm going to pop open the offensive support, and you can see here just the general layout, how it looks. All of this, it looks fairly basic, but it uses something called data merge in order to actually construct the cards. So you can see example here, the very first card in our file is armor-piercing bullets, so that's what it's popping in and kind of showing off. And I'm desperately watching my cat, hoping he doesn't shut something off. So that's just one example, but now I've got to tweak the incoming file as well as potentially this layout a bit in order to make this work. So the next thing I need to do is pop open OneDrive. And wait for it to load up. In my OneDrive, I've got my defense grid. And in here, we've got all of our XLS files and a bunch of other stuff. All of our work actually occurs in the OneDrive space. And then what we do is we tweak it accordingly and save it off locally for work. So I need to alter the offensive support cards. So let me pop this open. And now you'll see all of our offensive support cards laid out basically how they are. If I scroll to the left, you can see, for example, that first one that appeared, the armor-piercing bullet. So now we've got that. Now what I need to do is I need to be able to swap basically level 2 and level 3. So there's a couple of ways I can go about this. One, I could move all the data around and a bunch of other stuff, and well, that could be a bit of a pain in the ass, frankly. So what I'm going to start by doing is taking my level 2 and level 3 and just swapping the headers. That's going to be the easiest way, since data merge works almost exclusively off of the headers. That'll get me a really good start. So I'm going to start here and start just updating. Oh, it decided not to put a 3 in, or I did. And I'm going to swap all the 3s, or all the 2s to 3s, and then the 3s to 2s. As you can see, this isn't too bad to do. Now I come in over here and I do the same, going the other way. Now, some of these headers may not make much sense to you. Hell, sometimes they don't make much sense to me, but since I put them together, that tends to help with understanding what I'm doing. Okay, so I might need to update this. Let's do L2 dice single, because that's going to be a little bit more important to me. And then This is going to require a bit of updating once I get back to the actual InDesign file, which is always fun. Go. Now that I've got those tweaked, I know I need a third die for level 3 occasionally. So let me insert another column here. Now you'll notice I put in an apostrophe first. That's a hidden signal that basically you can put into a Excel column header, and what it does is it tells data merge this is an image file. Well, actually the @ symbol tells data merge that this is an image file, but if you don't put the apostrophe first, then Excel will freak out, along with pretty much every other database program, or not database, spreadsheet program, will freak out at just having an @ symbol as the first character. But as you can see, the moment I hit enter, that apostrophe goes away. It's still technically there, but it's just an important thing to understand as if you decide to try to use InDesign yourself a little bit. Okay, so let's see. So now we've got that. Oh, I'm going to need to update these. So let's just grab this quick and run all the cards. We have a lot of cards. Some of this is going to tweak over time. Oh. Uh-oh, what just happened? That was not happy. Ah, there we go. Okay, it was just a little bit of a refresh thing that happened. I can bulk select, paste in. Those are all level 3 now. And let's do the same over here. Oh, there should be a space there. And let's copy that. Go all the way down. And there we go. They're all updated now. So that's coming along pretty good. Let's see. So now I pretty much have this file good to go from the looks of things. I might need to do some more tweaking later because I want to update the offensive support cards to data merge without having white spaces in place of some of the dice. So that's going to require a bit more work. And it's something I've been kind of putting off because it's not essential to our current playtest, but eventually it's going to become essential for when we go to production and things like that, just to put together the PDFs nice and clean to be able to hand off to manufacturing. So, but for right now, this should get the job done. Now my only problem is I kind of got a little OCD going on, so having level 3 to the left of level 2 just doesn't really click with my brain. So now I've got to fix that. So normally in actual Excel, I just kind of drag it over. That's a little bit harder to do here, which really kind of sucks, but isn't too bad. So what I can do is I can just right-click, cut, and paste. And, oops, wrong paste. Insert a column first, and then paste. Oh, recut. As much as I like the online web apps, sometimes they don't quite work how you'd like them to. But one of the benefits we get out of using the online web apps is both me and my partner Rico, we can jointly develop at the same time. So you'll oftentimes see us working on the cell or the same exact spreadsheet at exactly the same time, which is really kind of awesome when we get that going well. So here we go, inserting a few more columns just because I know I'm going to need them. Oops, and it forgot that I cut again. So let's cut and paste and cut and paste. Isn't game development work exciting? I come over here. Looks like I got 5 more columns. Let me get those all set up. That'll speed things up. And I do like how Excel Online is fixing the column width after I paste to match the one that I cut. That's very appreciated. Was actually not something I knew it would do. So there's always those things that pop in and save your life. And can't complain too much about. Like that. That was awesome. That's so awesome. There we go. Occasionally you're going to notice I look up to the side. That's because that's where my Twitch streaming monitor is. Like to make sure that no one's making any comments or stuff like that that I need to respond to. Sometimes I think it'd be awesome to have a Twitch streaming service where people could actually chat with me in real time. I've thought about setting up like a Google Hangout and stuff like that, which could be interesting. But I also worry that it just could kind of get flooded with people, so you never know. It might be something I play with at some point. And now let's delete all these extra unneeded columns. And just a couple more. There we go. Okay, so now my OCD is fixed. I should be pretty good to go here. So let me save this off. So first it's got to open up a local copy, and then I save as. Set it as a CSV because that's really what InDesign wants you to load in as, which is always awesome. Select the file I'm overwriting, and boom, there we go. Now I can kill that, and I can pop back over to InDesign. Now that I have an updated file, you'll see this little bang. Something's been modified, oh god! Update, so I update the link. Now I have all the new data in, and if I'm lucky, some of it will have swapped and it's going to give me errors. Yay! Yeah, my placeholders are not correct. That's because I changed a couple of the column names and shit like that. So now I need to update this. So what you'll probably see me doing is going back and referencing this a bit, and back and forth and back and forth. So I'm going to zoom this out. That might be a little bit small for you guys. Yeah, it's going to be a little small for you to read on the stream, but that's mostly just so I can see more of the column headers at the same time. If this becomes an issue for anybody, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to tweak it back. Oh, and in case you're wondering what this little black box in the corner is, that's in case I get any notifications from like my wife or something while she's at work, and I just need to check it out and be aware so I can ping her back. Okay. So first things first, what you're looking at here is our general card layout. Oh, it's not going to let me preview again. But what we've got here is in the middle, we've got kind of the tower picture and stuff. On the left is where it'll eventually say offensive support, our gain and cost, name, all that good stuff. Where you see card back, that's just the giant image. That's the full card size that loads in and all that good fun stuff. Now, what I'm mostly interested in is this area. This is where we show the various abilities that the card has at different levels. So what I'm going to do is first see what's broken. And I can tell what's broken just by looking at the data merge stuff that's missing a number by them. What that tells me is, for example, for some odd reason, my die is not there. Looks like I might have lost the, let me go back and check the file. 111 die. Oh, that's the text. Okay, that's not an issue. Well, it is an issue, but this text is this text. I'm pretty certain. So, oh, it's one of the options for that text. Yeah, I forgot about that. So if I drag this off, you'll see I had 2 overlapping for level 3. Now I'll have 2 overlapping for level 2 as well, so I need to resolve that. So first, let's take this, copy and paste it. So now I have a duplicate of that. and I'm going to turn one of these into a level 2 variant. So first, let me select the data merge column header and update that one to level 2, and update that one to level 2. And since this is for the one die variant, I can grab that, and there's the single die. So I click that, and now that image is the single die rebound into for level 2. Next, we have, oops, looks like I might have broken this as well. So let me select that again, and I broke this one as well. Okay, so now those are going to merge properly again. Now I need to get the triple die setup going. So right now I only have 2 in here, so I need to get into this. And first I'm going to copy that, then I'm going to hop in to the text box and paste in another one. Now I usually put a space between them. That just generally makes things look a lot nicer so that the dice aren't right on top of each other. Now I need to take that, bind that to number 3, take that one, number 2, and take that one as number 1. So now I've got these all kind of bound together. Next I'm going to, now the great thing is you might see the text overlaying here. This is all invisible unless something's actually in the cell in Excel. So that's awesome. So now I've got that, but now the level 3 is all kind of messed up. So let me grab that, find that, number 2, and number 3. Now it's saying the tower icon. That, oh shoot, no. Don't want that. Tower icon is one of the new things we added in recently with our tower cards. So that's something I kind of also want to bring in. So let me first drag this up, get that aligned properly. There we go. And I'll drag this one now and get that aligned properly. So now those are overlaid, but they should data merge properly. So let's see if all my data merge hookups are good. Uh-oh, still got a broken placeholder, and I don't know which one. That always sucks. So let's drag these out because it's probably something to do with one of these. Okay, so let's see, am I missing something on level 3? Oh, there we go. So note I have a L2 dice single. That's what's I should have equivalent for level 3, but I appear to be missing it. Likewise, I'm missing the 3-1-1 die and 3-2, which is basically, so level 3, part 1 for text, for the 1 die version. Level 3, part 2 of text for the 1 die version. So I don't have those equivalent columns, so I'm going to need to add those in. Even though we're not using them right now, that's something we might use in the future, so I'd rather have it there than not. So let me pop back in over here. Since I'm going to be working, I'll zoom this back in for you. And what I need is one of these headers. So, but I need to make the equivalent for level 3. So I'm going to start with that. And let's pop in over here. Oh, okay, so we've got that. And I'm going to pop those between. So let's change that to level 3. And I'm going to pop in over here. And this will be for part 2. So I'll change that to 3, 2. Then I'm going to need the equivalent of the single die, which will be right here. So I'm just going to grab that. Oh, it looks like when I updated, I lost that. So let me add that back in. Now I'll come back over, and let's get my single die in. Except I will make it level 3. There we go. Let's go back to InDesign and see if there's anything else I'm missing right now. Oh, okay, so now I'll have that fixed. What about this? I think I still have part 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2. That should be good right there. This appears to be the only major malfunction remaining. So now that I've got these set up, I should be good to go. I'm going to have to relink a couple of these images, but that's not a big deal. So let me save this off again. And I've got a cat going through some stuff that he shouldn't be, but that's a cat for you. Okay, and that goes into the Adobe folder. So we pick there and save it. Oh, by the way, you'll notice I always close that physical file. That's in large part because if I don't close that file, then data merge will not allow me to do this whole update thing here. It'll just freak out. So now we come in here, and there's our single die, and there's our names. Okay, so come here, rebind that to level 3 dice. We'll preview work. Hey, I've got everything bound again. So that's awesome. So now I come up here, drop that, and oh, a little bit off. There we go. And now it looks like it's good. Looks and is are two different things, needless to say. So let me just save my work so I don't lose anything, and let's do our first actual data merge with the changes and see how this goes. Now I'm going to get some errors when you see the data merge complete. That's to be expected right now because in some places I don't have actual images and it kind of freaks out. Okay, oh, no errors. Woo, I'm getting better at this. I like getting better at this. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off or turn on preview mode, which will make the cards look a little bit more like them. Going to make them a little bit prettier. Normally I don't care about the prettier, but I'm streaming, so why not make the stuff a little prettier? Okay, so now let's look at here. I've got armor piercing bullets. I needed to move the die up. But now I forgot, we also need to update the text. That's supposed to be ignore 1 defense. Yay! So I'm going to have to go through all the cards and update that text. That's not too big of a deal. Okay, and that some of these, like this, the die should still be on level 3, but that's because I just hard swapped them because most of our cards had the other problem. So I'm going to have to update some of the text broadly. Yep. Reduce target movement, add okay. So, yeah, it looks like this was overall successful, which is very good for us. That saved me a lot of time, but as you can see, some of the stuff is possibly a little bit too hard swapped. And then I'm seeing something weird. I'll have to look at focus nozzle, what's going on here. To each, oh, I just got some duplicate text. That's not a big deal. That's easy to fix. Let's see if any other cards are having that issue, or if it's just I have to go dig into focus nozzle. Okay, looking pretty good so far. Yep. There we go. Okay, so I'll have to update those as well. I think I may make a tweak on those. We'll see what Rico thinks of some of those tweaks, but hey, such is life. Okay, so now back over to OneNote, or OneDrive. Too many products starting with the word one. Okay, so first let's find our focus nozzle and fix that obvious bug. So there's focus nozzle. So we have to each attack roll listed twice. So I need to fix that. It was in level 2. Oh, and I lost track where I was. Okay. So it's row 34. Wish I could do freeze frames on WebExcel. That would be awesome. Okay, so we've got to each attack roll that appears to be following through there. And this should still be, that's level 3 now. So where was that one coming in? Oh, that may be a data merge bug. Maybe? Let me see. So level 1 is change the AoE to 1 hex, but add a bronze die to each attack roll. Change AoE to 1 hex, add bunch of stuff, it looks like. Okay, so let me go back and look at the InDesign merge. I'm going to zoom out here. It's level 2. So it's getting the to each attack roll there. Back at the main file, make sure that these are different properly. 2, 2, 1 die, 2, 1, 1 die. So it's either got to be the 1 die or the non-1 die that shouldn't have it. Yay, game development. It's always exciting. So I've got level 2, 2. I think I'm only putting in 1 die, so okay, so there we go. That should be in one of those columns. There we go. Okay, so there's my issue. And there's the 1 die variant. So it looks like I may actually just be missing it here. But one of these two needs to be deleted. So now let's hop back. I believe we only have... Oh, it's not a 1 die variant. Okay, so that's where it is. Okay, so I need to delete the 1 die variant of to each attack roll, which is this one. There we go. So now all my focus nozzle cards are fixed. This gets into one of my other things where I might have to create a 2 die variant. Yay! Which is going to be quite a bit of work, but it's something I can handle. So now I need to start just updating the text. This is one of those things where I know there's a whole bunch that just needs to be updated, so I'm going to have to tweak on that quite a bit. Pardon me. Let's see. So level 1s should still be generally fine. So I need to find the level 2 stuff and the level 3 stuff. So now this is one of those cases where one of the things I occasionally do is move to the client app because bringing in freeze frames is nice. Now since my partner is not currently signed in and working on this, that gives me a lot more flexibility to do this. So let me pop open some local folders, hop into DG. I'll have to kill this, otherwise it's going to think I have a conflict going. And there's the offensive support. Let's get a freeze frame. Mostly interested in the top row, but let's see if it'll be nice and let me do the first column as well. No, of course not. Why would it ever allow me to do that? Sometimes I wonder. I wonder. Do-do-do-do. Okay. So now we've got this open in a local file, which will allow me to just move stuff around and see it a bit quicker. So I'll just expand out a couple of these columns because those are what are going to be important. Okay. Actually, I don't think I need the top. Let's switch to the left. Did that just do something I didn't want it to do? Yes, it did. There we go. Now let's slide over. There we go. Expand that quick. And level 2, we're adding a bronze die, but we should only be ignoring 1 defense. So, updating that. This, we don't want to do all aliens. That should still be... Ooh, that's going to be one I'm going to have to discuss with Rico later. But for the time being, I'm going to drop that to just 2 and give us the die bonus. Or, I think we actually liked how this was being handled. So I'm going to have to swap these back. So against all would be appropriate, but we won't add the die. So this needs to go over here, and this needs to come back over here. This needs to be on all of these, and this needs to not exist. And then these need to be on all of these. And then I'm going to have to still move some stuff around. So this is no die. So let me cut that, and I'll shift that into the no die column. And I need to cut the die as well. So now that's just roll against all enemies. And now I come over here, and I'm going to need to steal the bronze die link. And that'll go to, there should be a level 3 single die. That would be it. That'll be pasted in there, if it behaves. Why is that not behaving? Oh, because it's, some odd reason I'm not seeing the text for the dice. Oh, because I'm not actually on the cell. That would work. That makes sense. Okay, so come over here, and now I need, see if it plays well. Paste in all of them, yes. Nope. There we go. So now I've got the dice added there. Now I need to move this into the single die cell, which should be that one. So now I've got that in, so I don't need that anymore. And now I'm going to need, in part 2, the fancy little text I deleted a moment ago that I shouldn't have deleted right away. This. And this will go in here. And there we go. Okay, so that one I just swapped back, which is good. This one I'm going to need to swap back as well. So let's grab that, paste that in, and then let's cut that, paste that in, cut that, paste as well, take that, paste, and oh, forgot to add the add word there, and paste. So now I've already updated 2 of our cards. Now here, need to drop this to just 1 defense. There we go. That was easy. Okay, so it looks like here we've got 1 defense and added die, 1 defense, and then 2 defense. And we also need the and to add a die. So I'll need to tweak that. Okay, so add. Now let's shift this. Oops, grab the whole thing this time. That'd be good. Shift that over there. I should have cut. Cutting's good. I think I can copy both these at once because I think the destinations are right next to each other too. Woohoo! Yay! That speeds up things a bit. Okay, so that one should be good now. And now armor-piercing bullets. Okay, so now I need to do the same there. Let's just copy that. Paste that in. And add the word add. Yay, making some progress. Progress is always a good thing. Oh, this is duplicated. Goodbye. So now that looks good. So why does level 3 not have a dyad, but level 2 does? What is level 1 again? Oh, 2 hex straight line, 3 hex. Okay, so I need to do this one more time. Well, probably several more times actually. But such is life. Paste that in. Let's cut that. Move that over here. Once again, add the word add. There we go. And now, drop the word add and cut this to just 2. And now let's cut that and move it to no die. So there we go, making progress. Okay, so now we've got ignore 2 defense and add a die. So we've got another one of these. Drop it to 1. There we go. And then let's add it on here. And this is adding a silver. Woohoo! That's nice. That must be our armor-piercing shells. Yes, it is. That's our cannon. Our cannon really, really likes to deal massive damage. Okay. So, how did I tweak the all aliens? Okay, we kept that above. So these I need to swap back like I did the other one. Okay, cut that. So that's relatively simple. A little over halfway done with this file now. Okay, I think we wanted to update that. Yeah, it's knockback 3 instead of stop move now. So, first things first, let's cut that, put that here, oops, cut, and paste. Not copy. Then let's take this and just delete it. Then let's copy this, move it back, but I need to change that to 3 hexes. There we go. Now I'm looking at the wide beam lens. Yep, going to have the same problem here. So let's cut, paste, cut, paste, cut, and paste. Hey, I'm getting better at this. Horrible reference to an old video game if you've never heard it. Called Majesty. Used to love that game. Okay, so these I need to swap like I did before. Yeah, I know I could probably speed this up by doing a bit of more like multiple cards at the same time, but I find that that activity is a little bit more prone to error, and I'd rather not screw this up and then have to go in and figure out where I screwed it up like I did towards the start of this video. Okay, so these I need to swap as well. So this one it looks like I can do 2 pretty safely. So let's try it. Oh wait, no, I don't want to swap this. Why am I, oh no, this one I do. Basically, any AoE stuff I'm generally swapping. We might swap it back later, but such is life. Oh, the ignore 2 defense. Ah, crap. This is why I said I shouldn't do that. Because I was liable to fuck it up, and what did I do? I fucked it up. Okay. I should listen to my own advice. Obviously. Now this one, we just want to duplicate this over. Not cut, copy. There we go. Paste that there. Oops. Should cut that. I need the word add to be added. Paste that in. Now let's come back over here and drop this to 1D. Fence ignored. So there we go. Getting a little bit more done here. Doesn't appear that my game development stream's all that popular. Aww. That's too bad. But I'm still having fun doing it. So there's that. And who knows, maybe some other game developer will watch this 5 years from now and be like, damn, why wasn't I using InDesign? Okay, so let's see if I need to swap out anything on some of these higher level ones that we don't have many of. Yeah, it looks like those are going to need to swap. That'll need to drop to 1. Well, first, let's keep going down the list. Depth charges. Negate all shields and add a die. Yeah, that shouldn't be adding. So this is one of my earlier swaps. There we go. This one is going to be dropping the defense and bringing the die in. So let's do that. Okay, got that one in there. And now I need to drop the defense on this to 1. There we go. Okay, I need to do a swap here. There we go. It's pretty easy. Ooh, instant kill of critical. I forgot about that one. So looking at these, should only be 1 here without the instant kill. So I'm gonna have to do a bit more. That should not be there. And that should not be there. There we go. And now I need to bring this back. And apparently needed that as well. There we go. Pasting that in, and now let's drop this to still just 1D. Boom, done. 2 more cards to go, and then I'm all good. Hey, somebody's viewing. Awesome, thank you for joining. If you have any questions about what I'm working on, I'm more than happy to discuss it. What I'm trying to do right now is update my offensive support cards. We swapped most of the level 2 and level 3 abilities on them, so I've had to update our Excel template as well as the InDesign file for the data merge and put it all together. So let's see, now we've got, this is, yep, I'll need to swap this because we don't want the added die on level 2, we want that, or no, wait, no, this is good. We also want the added die on level 3, but I need to swap this down to just 1 hex to the AoE. There we go. So that one's pretty easy update on that side. Now I need to bring the die addition and add that to our level 3 variant, which I just absolutely failed on a copy paste apparently. Oh. There we go. Copying that. There we go. I can copy paste. Really, I'm good at this. Never worked in Excel before in my life, apparently. Now bring that in and paste that there. And now just 1 more card to go. And once again, need to just drop this to 1, and then also do the die addition on level 3. So that's done there. Let's grab the die that we add, paste that in over here, move that, and add the word add. Okay, so this file should be done now, so I'm saving it. Oh shit, I opened up the CSV version. That's unfortunate. Okay, so let's change this back to Excel. Go up to the root and overwrite our main file. Yes. There we go. Okay, so now that should be up to date. And now let's actually save it off as a CSV. There we go. Now before I close that, let's make sure I didn't totally fuck up anything here, because that never happens. Looking in here, now I need to just make sure everything's lined up. It's level 2. Uh-oh. That don't look right. Damn it. Okay, so let me go back here. Unless it just didn't sync yet. Oh, OneDrive's claiming synced. Okay, so here's the actual Excel file. And save. Uploading to OneDrive. Okay, looks like it went up. Let's refresh this page. Really? It kept the freeze pane. But it, oh good. That looks good. That looks good. Oh, but it, well, let me, check in before you can edit it. Oh man, hope I didn't fuck up my file. Okay. Well, I've got the CSV if nothing else as a backup. So let me kill that. Oh, it's because it's open. Yeah, of course it's because it's open. Uh-oh. Come on, Excel. Come on. And it was going so well. Bye-bye. And now that's editable again, which is great. And level 3 looks good. And where's level 2? Looks great. Now let's head down and look at one of the lower ones. So we've got at level 1, ignore 1 defense rating. Level 2, add a silver. Level 3, ignore 2 defense and add a silver. Okay, so the file's good. Yay! I did something right. Now to pop back over to InDesign, we'll kill that because I don't need that anymore. Once again, need to update my data merge file. Let's take a quick preview because I should see it here. Yep, ignore 1 defense, add 1 bronze die to the attack roll, ignore 2. So that looks great. And let's do a merge. So here we go. So in essence, with about half an hour of work there, I was able to update somewhere around 80 or so cards. A lot easier to do with data merge than by hand. And this was a major change. This was a bit more involved than most of the stuff we end up doing later. Eventually just adding in a card or tweaking just some of the wording or data goes really fast. Okay, so once again, let's kick into preview mode. This time I'm not going to bother making everything look pretty because it'll go quicker this way. So that looks good. That looks great. Looks good. Looks good. Oh, looks like I missed one here. Ah, I thought I fixed focus nozzle. God damn it. Yeah, I screwed that one up. So now I've got to figure out what the hell is going wrong with focus nozzle again. Jet stream. Oh, need to update that to 3. Let me do that quick. Where is Jetstream? So, oh wait, should that be, yeah, we wanted that to be 3. Okay. So I screwed up with one of my tweaks here. This is why I always review my own work. There we go. Now let's come back to InDesign here. Armor piercing, looks good. Airburst, looks good. Heavy shells, great. Wide beam, great. Tachyon. Don't know if we want to switch those eventually, but let's leave it where it is now. Enhanced coil, looks good. Defense cracker, great. Oh, need a space there. Let me pop back over. Ignore 1 defense. I think that was the level 3 where I saw this. Wait. Where's the space missing? Ignore 1 defense. No. Oh, that may be a high quality issue. Okay, why is that misbehaving? There we go. Waiting for it to load in the better artwork. There we go. No, it doesn't look like a high quality issue, so it looks like we're missing a space on both of those between the 1 and defense. Oh, 1 second. Hello, it's Anthony Hansis. Hey, sorry about that delay. Let me kill this. There we go. Oh, why is that not working? There we go. Okay, so we're back up. Trying to remember where I was. That's one of these problems with getting something unrelated. Oh yeah, I'm trying to fix the spacing on this. So I need to find level 2. Looks like there's a space. Why is that not showing up? Okay, well let me type it in manually and then copy and paste and type it in manually and copy and paste again. Interesting. It did look like it was like 1 pixel different in that case, but such is life. Okay, back over here. And I still need to fix our nozzle cards. Okay, so that one looks good. Depth charges are looking good. Defense buster bombs are great. There's the shrapnel warhead. Perfect. HE warhead. Uh-oh. Wonder how we want to handle that. So that's probably supposed to be 2, 2, 3. So let me go fix that in the HE warhead cards. 2, and that should be 2 as well. So that means an HE warhead could be really nice against our juggernauts. They're the only enemies currently with 3 defense. That may change in the future, but right now they are. Pasting that in. Instant kill if critical. That could be deadly. So that should be fun. Now let's hop back, see if there's any others that need updating. Oh, I should change that from plural hexes to hex for the cluster ball. Yeah, 1 hexes makes no sense. There we go. Paste that in. And the plasma ball is the last card. And that looks good. So now all I need to do is figure out what's going on with our focus nozzle card and why that is still looking like crap. And where is that? There we go. There's the Inferno. There's the jet stream. Focus nozzle. Okay, so for start, let's grab the top layer. Okay, so it's the top layer of the 2 that's a problem. Oh, and I still have to fix the dice. Let's come in here. Which is the top layer? The top layer is the 2111 die. Okay, so I need to do whatever is the 1 die version as a duplicate. So focus nozzle. And there's the duplicate. And that's what we don't need. Yay! That should fix it. Okay. Now I'll still have the dice problem. Oops, too far over. Okay, so we've got bronze, bronze, and I believe silver is supposed to be the extra one. Okay, so let me copy these. I'll just dump them here briefly. Or accidentally recopy, and not dump them there. Let's take this, paste that in. There we go. Come over here, shift these over 1. There we go. And now let's insert the silver die. Okay, so that should work. Save this off. Really wish I could just have it default to CSV when I do this, but such is life. There they are. and close it. Let's hop back over to InDesign, update the link, and let's do a merge. So if things go well, this should be just about it for this update. By the way, on Mondays, I am planning to stream tutorials on all of this stuff I'm doing. How you start with it, how you build it, all that good fun stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so the only ones that should have changed is the first fix this preview and high quality. The only ones that should have changed was hopefully getting that space into the one defense card and making the focused nozzle look good. Okay, so there's the tachyon, liquid fuel tank. Liquid fuel tank's having that spacing issue as well. Well, is it? Or is this something with... Oh, there is a space there. Crap. It's just how it's laying it out. Okay. Doesn't look great, but I can deal with that. That's once again something we can tweak when we actually try to go to production. Oops. Have an extra die there. How the hell did that one happen? But otherwise that looks better. But something seems to be missing. Thought it was supposed to have a range thing. Let me see. Focus nozzle. Oh, I'm thinking jet stream. Okay. So, how did I end up with 3 dice? Because I have 3 dice. I'm good. I'm just telling you that I'm awesome at this. I never make mistakes. And let's resave this. Because that's the last remaining. Where is that? And, oh, need to change the CSV. That's why it wasn't looking right. There we go. Let's update it again. Oh, that's not where I need the links. Go away. Also don't need you anymore. And update this. I'll give it a quick save. And this should be the final data merge for this one if things go well. Maybe. And here we go. Okay. Okay, so there's the focus nozzles. Okay, so we've got an extra space on each of the cards, but that's because I was mentioning earlier in the video the problem with I only have a 1 die and a 3 die configuration right now in the Excel sheet. So that causes some problems, which isn't entirely surprising. I seem to be having a weird alignment issue right now, because I'm clicking there. Oh, it's clicking on the overlayer. That's why. Okay. Which does not exist on these. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to do a manual tweak to these rather than spending all the time creating a 2-die version in the Excel. And That way I can reprint these and call life good. So there we go. Just a couple little quick deletes. Oh, apparently I didn't delete the overlayer on that one. Yay! Okay, and let's get this printing. That'll be our thick paper. And I have a cat, because I always have a cat. And now the last thing I'm going to have to do today is I need to just do a quick extra printing of our map tiles. So what we're about to do is just make a whole nother set of the map tiles, because we're going to be going to Mox's boarding house on the 12th, which is next week, to do some public playtesting. So if you want to try the game, you can come out and do so. We figured we're probably going to need at least 2 copies to pull that off. So yeah. I'm going to just open those up and get that printing quick too. If I'm right, that's in our side folder. There we go. Here's our die cut folder. This is just a bunch of stuff I put together for the die cut, because we cut our own tiles. It's pretty awesome. So you can come in here. You can, just for good fun, you can see that I have basically the tiles. You see this thick black line along the outside. What that's for is what's called bleed. So even with our die cutting, even though we're doing it at home, we're sometimes off by a couple of millimeters on cutting. You get the same with actual production manufacturing, so you need some way of handling that shift. So all we did was we just stuck a thick black ring around the outside. We don't know if that's what we're actually going to do in the future, such as life. This is actually, if you look at this layout, we have 2 of the tiles, and then we have a little 2-banger and a couple of single tiles. That's actually what our die will cut, and this is on a legal size sheet of paper equivalent. So what we do is we print these out onto just legal size sheet of paper, and then we take that, we cut those in stacks of about 6 through the die, and it works really well. And then we cut the chipboard, and then we just use some spray adhesive to apply these tiles to the actual chipboard for right now. Now, in theory, we could also just apply it to the chipboard before, but now you're dealing with a double off as far as the ability of lining stuff up, and given that it isn't exactly cheap to make some of these, that's not something that we're willing to take the extra risk on doing right now. Now, there's one other thing I'd love to show you. I think that's in my Photoshop. Hey, there's a YouTube logo. Yay, YouTube. And a Twitter logo. So one of the things I've been working on is if you've, where is that? If you've seen our tiles, they're just the really bland sort of, here's an example, tan little road paths. We know we're not going to ship with that. We have a lot of art that we're still working on. So, this is actually just a little piece of one of them. So let me see if I can find a good example. So if you look at this tile here, see this little top bit right here? That would get replaced by what you see on the screen. So what you see here. And that's one of the things that we're currently working on, is just trying to beef up the art a little bit, make it look a little bit more like what you would be familiar with from the Defense Grid franchise. This should be done printing in a moment, and I can show you a little bit more what I'm talking about. I think we currently have 23 pages of this to have to print. So there's 18. Watch, it's like 30 for all I know. Also of note, this is actually mostly Rico's design. He's been kind of the lead on what we're doing with this game, whereas I'm the tools person. I'm the person who just makes sure shit gets put together. I also handle a lot of our social media, our marketing, our business arrangements. For example, the licensing deal with Hidden Path, that's me. So I'm the person that does a lot of the businessy stuff, but anything when we have to decide like actual mechanics changes, balancing, things like that, a lot of that falls on Rico's plate. So oftentimes you'll see me talking about businessy stuff or art and things like that, whereas you'll find Rico doing the exact opposite. So let me come down here. So here's like a great example. I'm just going to zoom in briefly. So we've got two of the gray tiles right here. But with what I'm putting together, need to put that into the correct layer. Okay, so with what I'm putting together, this is more what you would expect to see. So you can see right there, all of a sudden it does get a lot better looking almost immediately. So this is one of the things that we're already starting to work on as far as an art improvement. In addition, we just kind of took a rough start background and just threw it on every hex right now. That's very primitive. We have a couple of things that we're looking at as far as how we're going to change that up in the future as well. But if you have anything that you'd love, we'd love to hear from you. Once again, thank you very much for joining me today and participating in the stream or watching it afterwards on YouTube. Love to hear your questions, either about how to do development or about the game itself. You can also visit us on our forums, which you can see right below where I am right now. A little bit off to the side too. But discourse.forgedbygeeks.com. Love to hear from you. Love to hear everything you're doing. And otherwise, have a great day and thank you for joining me.